Hey peeps, let's talk a little bit about minions you will need when starting a new profile. These are minions me and my Discord have come up with and feel are a great asset for when you're getting that new profile up and running. Now firstly, what are minions? When it comes to minions, you need to first think about collections, right? Minions are basically upgradable AFK tools that will give you collections of certain materials that you can use going forward in Hypixel Skyblock. Now when you start, you only start with a few minion slots, but as you upgrade minions and craft new ones, do not worry, you'll be able to unlock more slots to be able to use for your profile. For me personally, I place minions down either to speed up a collection so that I can make a certain item, or simply just do that collection for me so that I can do things I would rather do. I.e., I'll put a combat minion down so I don't have to do combat because I don't like it, don't at me. Now bear in mind, completing a collection will not give you an item, it will only unlock the recipe that you need to craft it. You'll then need to continue collecting that thing to have the right amount to craft said item. But let's get into the minions that I think you need for the early game. This is in no particular order, by the way, and a lot of them kind of link, so let's get into it. Firstly, you start with a cobblestone minion, so I suggest you keep that puppy down. The cobblestone minion is really good because the collection allows you to get the Super Compactor 3000. And then what this is really good for any minion you get. You place it in your minion's item slot and it will automatically turn materials from that minion into their enchanted forms when there's enough resources in the minion storage. So what that means here is it's made regular logs, and then because there is an enchanted version higher of that, it's made the enchanted version of this log as well. You kind of want one of these in every single minions. There is a step up from that called Dwarven Super Compactors. That's later on for Dwarven materials and things like that, like gold and things like that. It will smelt it as well as doing it. But cobblestone minion number 1, that's what I recommend. Number 2, I recommend you stick a fishing minion down. Now, this guy is really good because it does a lot of collections at once. I actually have one on my profile at the moment. If we click into it, look at all the things we have here. And every time I collect this, that's all those collections add into my profile. But the main one I want to look at here is the clownfish. The sack of sacks upgrade specifically from the clownfish. Now, what is a sack of sack, I hear you ask? A sack of sack is basically a sack that holds sacks. I didn't know I was doing riddles today. In your menu, in your bags, you'll have a sack of sacks. This is the upgrade you unlock and continue to upgrade the capacity of. There are sacks in the game which are essentially extra storage pouches. They're upgradable and they are absolutely awesome. One thing I find in the game is I'm always running out of place to stick things, so I need the storage on my profile, and this is where sack of sacks comes in. Argument's sake, the mining sack, which is made through the coal minion, or the coal collection I should say, so you get this generally just from collecting coal. You'll unlock the recipe and then you'll be able to craft it through that. It will hold a starter set of, I think, 20k of that storage, so I'll hold 20k treasure for argument's sake. So when I'm grinding treasurite or I'm grinding whatever I'm grinding, it goes straight into the sack and then I can pull it out and in and use it to craft and things like that whenever I want. The good thing about sacks is not only do they stack, so I can just craft a second large one and it will double the capacity, you can upgrade them. So this sack here has a pocket sack and sack in, and it's actually got a 60,000 capacity. But that's just this sack. When I click into it, it says 100,000. So they all collectively stack. And yeah, you can upgrade them as well. So I went to 100k and I thought, yeah, that's probably enough. I'm never going to need more of 100k of any one item to craft anything that I need. Another thing with sacks as well is you can get enchanted sacks specifically for enchanted items, which is where another minion is going to come in a bit. I'll let you know about that. But yeah, so I'm making enchanted gold through something called a personal compactor, and then it goes straight into this sack, and then when that fills up, or I get 3 of them out, it automatically enchants into a block, goes into the enchanted sack. It's awesome. It's really good. Sacks are amazing. Get on those if you can. Coal is for the large mining one. Wheat is for agronomy. Look at your collections to see what makes what. They're really good to get into, but the sack of sacks is from the clownfish collection. Also from fishing, you'll get things like sponge armor, bait, talismans, things like that. It's really, really good. We'll get straight into it. The next minion I think you should do is redstone. I've still got one on my profile to this day. Yeah, redstone crazy. It's really, really good. What you need from the collection of redstone is, first of all, it's got so many. Most of these have 10, maybe 12, like maybe, you know what I mean? But this has 16. And what it does is you get accessory bag upgrades and also here a personal compactor. So what I just showed you in the sack of sack a minute ago, putting the things in my inventory and it changed, that's what this does. So you start with a 3,000 or 4,000, which you actually get from making the super compactor 3000. You upgrade that into a personal compactor, so you need the cobblestone before you make this one. And what it does is you put the enchanted version of the thing you want to upgrade in here. So this one is my farming one, and it's got loads of my farming things, 1 or 2 fig logs or whatever. If I've got space, I'll use it. So when I'm crafting or farming sugarcane, for example, my regular sack will fill up. When that fills up, they'll start going into my inventory, and then this will automatically turn anything in my inventory into enchanted sugarcane. Awesome. So yeah, personal compactors are amazing. You can have more than one. They are also a accessory, so stick one in your accessory bag that you're not going to be chopping and changing. I've got a 6k one. I probably need to make a 7k one in there, but I've got just gemstones because I never need to not have gemstones made from regular to fine, you know what I mean? Anyway, moving on, I've got the chicken minion. The chicken minion is actually really cool because the chicken collection will give you things like the chicken hat, so you can get eggs quickly. But the main thing is enchanted egg and going up to a mega egg. There's a few eggs. As an Iron Man profile, you will need eggs to be able to craft certain minions. For argument's sake, the mithril golem pet needs an enchanted egg and mithril to be able to make it. Now, you can make ones with higher eggs to get higher chance of better things, but that's not what we're on about. You'll need enchanted eggs. Now, you get enchanted eggs by making a chicken minion and putting an enchanted egg in. Seems counterintuitive, but you need eggs to be able to make the enchanted egg. So you do need to grind chickens at least for a little bit. There are a few ways to do this. You can just stay on your island with the chickens there regularly, and then they'll sort of randomly drop the eggs, or you can just get them and pick them up, get the chicken hat. There's a few ways to get the eggs, but I think I ended up making like a little pool of water that dropped the chickens down onto hoppers and then collected eggs that way. Proper vanilla Minecraft stuff, you know what I mean? But once I had enough eggs, I then put the enchanted egg into the minion slot, just like you would do the diamond spreading, and that from then on, any chicken that spawns automatically spawns with an egg, and then with a super compactor, they upgrade to omega eggs and things like that. So a chicken minion is awesome, especially for Iron Man, for making pets and things like that. The next minion I've got is a cow minion. I still, again, to this day, have a cow minion on my profile because it takes ages to get leather. The main thing you are wanting from a cow minion is leather. What does leather give you? It gives you backpacks when I can find it. So greater backpack, medium backpack, stuff like that, large backpacks. What are backpacks, I hear you so graciously asking? They are essentially extra storage. Now, you want sacks for things like your regular mining stuff, your combat stuff, everyday things that build up so much. But you also want storage in terms of ender chest or sacks. So you'll get ender chest pages. I'm using mods, by the way, to view it this way. You'll get ender chest pages, but you'll also get backpack pages. They start with just one line, and then you can upgrade them to full sizes and even bigger. And then you can just store so many valuable things in here. It's like having a bunch of chests on you at all times for valuable stuff you'll need at a moment's notice, and they are absolutely awesome. And the cow minion is how you get the backpack slots. The next two are actually tree minions. Yeah, crazy. I know, right? The two tree minions I'm going to suggest are oak and dark oak. Two separate reasons. Regular oak is for minion storage. So if I click on the right thing, oak log will give you stuff called medium storage, large storage. What these are is storage that you can attach to your minions. So as your minions level up, not only will you get more storage spaces, argument's sake here, will only access X amount, and because this is a higher level, you can access more of the space here. Your minions will be faster as well, leveling up. Yes, you're my favorite Acacia. He's not, but I tell him that to make him happy. Sometimes you'll find that there'll be too many things in there. They'll say they're full. You have to keep clearing them. It can be a pain. With a few things like the compactors, that obviously helps that. But if you're leaving these for weeks or sometimes months at a time, it can still build up without you noticing, which is where storage comes in. You place it directly next to a minion, and it's an extra storage just for the minion's chest. And don't worry, the enchanted stuff can go in there and still works from that too. It's absolutely awesome. Let me see if I have a chest full here. So that's got nothing in. You've got nothing in. You've got nothing in. Okay, it looks like I don't. Yeah, I don't. Anyway. So that minion storage is just even better for especially earlier game. Like minions will build up really quickly. Redstone minions you get really quick. Snow minions are really quick. Things like that. Things that also craft a lot will build up quick. Some minions give you 2 or 3 things. Chicken minions will give you feathers and eggs. So that will jam up too as well. So you need to be careful of that stuff. I'm giving you things to help you earlier game. That is going to be something crucial. The next tree minion is dark oak. So this is something for actually a bit later game and something that helped me on my Iron Man. Dark oak, when you max out the collection, will give you the helmet of growth chestplate, the growth set basically. So the growth set is a armor set which will help you kill ghosts as an earlier game player. I have a bit more of an in-depth video on this on the channel as we speak on how to kill ghosts earlier game. If you are an Iron Man, I highly suggest you watch it because it is pretty much the only way you can kill ghosts without having to like max something or go crazy far into it to be able to get any return out. Yeah, I was able to kill ghosts super early to get the 555 drill. So I recommend putting a dark oak minion down for the growth set so that you can kill ghosts a bit earlier. You will need to do some pooch grinding and wolf slayer and stuff as well, but by the time I did all that, I literally had to grind no oak myself personally, and it was absolutely awesome. Now we've had redstone. I'm also going to chuck in lapis here. Now lapis isn't one that's like crucial, but one thing that lapis gives you is experience. So you can get grand experience bottles and titanic experience bottles. You also get textbooks, experience artifact, which is awesome as well as a really good accessory. Definitely recommend putting that in. So there's plenty of ways to get experience while playing this, especially earlier game. You're going to be getting loads of XP. But sometimes when you're doing your EXP table, or you just need to, but you're also going to use that XP a lot doing the experimentation table, doing a lot of enchants on new swords and items and reforges and things like that. You're going to be using a lot of your experience so quickly, so sometimes you need a little hit of EXP going through, and that's where the lapis stuff comes through. It's not a necessity because you can get XP other ways. You can go to the Crimson Isles and buy it if need be or whatever, but it's just something I had which helped me and definitely aided in times of need. Another sort of rogue one is spider for string. Now you only need 250 string for the quiver. But again, the quiver is something that is like really awesome. It's basically a flint arrow, not flint arrow, but it's basically an arrow storage, and you need 250 string to be able to unlock it. So you can actually just do it going to the spider's den. But the more string you've collected, the higher the quiver can hold, that sort of thing. So spider minion is decent. Also, spider and zombie minions can go to like Revenant and is it a Tara minion? Yeah, Tarantula Slayer minion. So they're really good as well when you get these to level 7 because they start giving ores as well. So they're really good profitability wise. So I recommend getting these down as you get on a little bit. The last one I have on the list is actually Enderman. I tell people to grind the end as start of like an early game how to grind money process. It's one of them anyway, but it's actually quite a linear, easier way to get decent money. And one thing in the end that you can get like AOTD, AOTE, that sort of stuff, but through Ender Pearls you get the aspect of the end, which is this thing in my 3rd slot here. Now I'm on my profile, I can fly, I have a booster cookie, right? But if I'm on a public island, I can't do that. I'm using a grappling hook to move, which I don't actually have or have never used, but that's what most people use. But I hard grinded to this super early, so you can TP using mana going this way. This is really helpful. Obviously, yes, you could get an AOT afterwards, but we're not on about later game, we're on about early game. And AOTV is really good. AOTE is really good for traversal and just movement, getting around places. The amount of times it saves your skin falling or just movement in general is awesome. Get a snow minion down as soon as you can as well. It's the fastest minion in the game. It's decent for money. clay minions like a honorable mention as well for money, but that's pretty much it. That's all I can think of as of right now. The last thing from me is to ask you guys, what do you guys think a good minion to have early game? Post your ideas or comments down below and let us know, because I might have missed one that is crucial to early game that could really help out. So don't forget, guys, once you watch the video, check the comments out. Someone could have posted a minion that is really good, and yeah, so go check that out. That's all from me. Thank you so much for watching this video today. Make sure you like the video and hit the subscribe if you are new. It is greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. Come check out my streams. All the links and stuff like that will be in the description below. Take it easy, stay safe, peace out, and bye bye.